you're going to jail.
What's he doing?
Holding still.
Not looking at you, looking at me.
Whether it be Vitaly losing his mind in downtown LA, Tana Mojo getting arrested at Coachella, or Charles Ross taking his pranks too far, we have it all on today's most amazing top 10 list. I'm your host, Jstation.
And I'm your other host, Joss Bedard. I am on the channel Top 10 Beyond the Screen. If you guys like Netflix, celebrity gossip, come check us out.
There's good stuff over there.
Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Vitaly. The YouTube star is known for his pranks and viral PR stunts, like streaking at sports games, and being arrested has not been a one-time thing for him. But his latest arrest in April 2020 was more serious than a prank video. He was actually arrested for allegedly assaulting a woman in Miami Beach. The woman, named Lily Jensen, came forward and told the cops she was jogging when he jumped out and tackled her and then proceeded to beat her. The photographs of her injuries were obtained by TMZ but are too graphic to show on here, so you will have to Google that. Her right eye and eyeball were bloody, her face was badly bruised and swollen, and she even required some stitches. He was facing a criminal charge of felony aggravated battery for the incident, but you would never tell by looking at his mugshot. He literally looks as happy as ever. He has a huge smile on his face as if you just told him good news. On top of the felony charge, he's also facing a lawsuit from the victim, who is suing him for battery, assault, and infliction of emotional distress, claiming she was ambushed without provocation. Not the kind of mugshot that you would expect to see of someone who is facing serious charges like this. He honestly posed like he was taking a school picture.
Coming in number 9, we have Sebastiani, one of the kings of the prank world, one of the faces of the Nelk Boys, and someone who grew up right here in Ontario. Sebastiani got arrested in Ohio when someone took his prank a little too seriously. He dressed up in a white jumpsuit and walked into a bookstore and asked the person at the counter if they had any books on how to cover up a murder. The only thing is, the jumpsuit was covered in fake blood. Obviously, this would seem so ridiculous that no one could take it seriously. If you were working at the bookstore, you would probably just say no and let the person walk out of the store, but it would seem that someone watching the prank unfold was freaked out by this display and called the cops. Police rushed to the scene and arrested Jesse, even after it was made clear that the entire thing was a prank. It would seem that one of YouTube's finest might end up in jail, but when push came to shove, everything was brought in front of a judge, and he thought the whole thing was funny and suspended the charges. I mean, it can't really go better than that. You're about to get sentenced and then you find out the judge is a fan.
It's hilarious. From Ontario? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Up next, number 8, we have Cameron Dallas. The social media star was arrested by police in Colorado back in 2019 after an alleged assault happened at a hotel. On New Year's Eve in 2019, around 5 a.m., an ambulance was called to the Hyatt Residence's Grand Aspen Hotel, where a man was bleeding from facial injuries. Turns out the injuries came from Dallas, and he was arrested on a charge of second-degree assault, which is a felony, police said. But he posted a $5,000 bond and was later released. The strange part about his mugshot was that he was also smiling in it. He looks completely unbothered, but he also posted it on his Twitter account for his fans to see. On top of that, he captioned it with this: "Unfortunately, sometimes in life you find yourself in a situation where you have to protect yourself and the people you care about. Have a safe and happy new year. 2019 is going to be an amazing one." He ended up accepting a deal and pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct and a lower level misdemeanor charge. Can't say I would ever expect someone to tweet out their own mugshot as like a Happy New Year post.
Coming in number 7, we have Tana Mojo. We all like to party, and sometimes you're not willing to wait until it's legal. Tana Mojo would get arrested for underage drinking. Oh my god, how old was she? Was she 14? Was she 16? No, she was actually 20 when this all happened. Which, if you were in any other country, would be fine, but in the United States it's a big no-no. That's pretty wild. I think in the United States you can buy a gun before you can drink, which seems kind of backwards if you think about it. Wouldn't you want people to be able to handle their booze before they can handle a gun. But how did Tana get sucked into this bad situation? Well, it turns out she was at Coachella and she went to the bar to get some Red Bulls. See, you're allowed to buy chemical garbage that'll get you jacked up on caffeine, but not booze. And when she got there with her friends, the bartender said she was a fan of Tana and she would give her whatever drink she wanted. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal. Even if you're not supposed to do something like that, if someone offers you something for free, you usually want to take it. Well, Tana did, but it turns out that there was a squad of undercover cops waiting to arrest her. Honestly, this sounds like entrapment if you ask me. Shouldn't the bartender get arrested? Well, Tana was charged, then released when she posted bail.
Not surprised to see her on this list.
No, not
Clever,
at all.
though. Moving on to number 6, we have Steve-O. I don't think anyone is surprised to hear that he was arrested at one point in his career. After being one of the members of the Jackass movies, it was bound to happen that some of his ridiculous behavior would eventually catch up to him. In 2015, he was arrested in LA after climbing a crane above Sunset Boulevard holding an inflatable Shamu balloon with the words, "SeaWorld sucks." He climbed the crane to protest against SeaWorld and set off fireworks from the crane. Once he climbed back down, he was arrested on 5 charges: creating a false emergency, unregistered fireworks, possession of fireworks without a permit, and trespassing. He was sentenced to jail for 30 days after pleading no contest, but was released after just 8 hours. Turns out this was not his first mugshot though. He actually tweeted out one of his drunk mugshots from when he was 20 years old, and not gonna lie, it definitely beats the SeaWorld one. Back in 2018, he tweeted, "I declare today National Drunk Mugshot Day. Post some if you got 'em."
Right on. I like that vibe. Coming in number 5, we have Bryce Hall. Here's the thing, when people get famous, they might get into a little bit of drug use. That's something that can happen from time to time. Sometimes it's something horrible that ruins a person's life, and other times it's just a little bit of cannabis, which is illegal in the US, but if you were up here in Canada, it's okay. But if you were Bryce Hall in Canada, you would still be in trouble with the amount of cannabis that was found on his person. This dude was arrested with nearly 2 ounces on him, and this was in Texas. I don't know exactly what the rules are for having weed on your person when you're in Texas, other than it's not allowed. So Bryce and his buddy Jaden Hostler were both arrested and posted bail for $11,000.
Damn. All for some weed.
All for some weed. Better be good.
Taking the number 4 spot is Jstation. The YouTube celebrity caused a storm online after pretending that his girlfriend had been killed as some kind of clickbait. He posted a video of him crying and saying his girlfriend was killed by a drunk driver, and he even filmed a video of him at her memorial, which fans later learned was all set up. He went to great lengths to receive views, even attempting to use a Ouija board to get in contact with her. But the truth came out and she was never dead. In fact, they weren't even dating anymore, and she accused him of assault. He later confessed to faking the death for views and was arrested on the charge of assault and was charged with assault and assault with a weapon, according to a statement from Toronto police. Now, his mugshot is insane, mainly because the story behind it. I mean, how do you justify faking your girlfriend's death and setting up a fake memorial for it? His mugshot photo isn't anything too out of the ordinary, although he does look extremely concerned in it, almost like a deer in headlights.
Coming in at number 3, we have SniperWolf. I didn't know who SniperWolf was before making this video, and I have to say I am disappointed. She is neither a sniper nor a wolf. I was hoping that it was going to be a sick wolf that knew how to use a sniper and was in the Russian military, but I have to say I'm not disappointed with the reason that she has a mugshot. She was arrested in 2013 for armed robbery. What? This lady's like John Dillinger robbing banks and running away with the goods? Well, it turns out that it isn't that crazy. She went to steal something from a store and then smacked a security guard on the way out when he tried to stop her. But wait, there's more. In 2016, she was arrested again for disorderly conduct when she got into an argument with her boyfriend in public, but the charges were dropped and she was able to return to making content that is neither about a sniper nor a wolf.
Rolling into number 2, we have Charles Ross. The YouTuber has a history of arrests for his pranks, and one of his mugshots stands out among the rest. His last arrest was in 2019 for one of his prank videos where he pretended to be a police officer. In his prank, he approached a woman who parked her car at Steak and Shake with her 2 children, and he handed her a ticket. She believed him at first since he was wearing an entire police uniform, but then she got aggravated when she checked and saw that she was not parked illegally. She got really upset, so he eventually told her it was a prank and offered her concert tickets to not call the cops, but she did anyways. It actually wasn't this mugshot that stands out to me. It was one from back in 2013 when he was charged for disorderly conduct after jumping over deputies on a picnic table. The story behind it is far less interesting, but his mugshot is legendary. He is rocking Princess Leia buns, or Miley Cyrus buns, depending which generation you are from.
Princess Leia buns for me.
Ooh, Miley for me.
Really?
Well, when I saw it, I was like Miley Cyrus, but I'm like, most people would be like Princess Leia.
Of course, of course. And coming in the #1 spot, we have Belle Defean, the internet sensation that blew up huge off of a single TikTok and then continued to troll people and build up a simp nation that was so huge they would never stop following her, even when her nearly 5 million follower Instagram account got deleted. Belle Defean is known for some of the weirdest content on the internet and selling her own bathwater. I have no idea if that is legal, but that's not the reason she's on today's list. She didn't get arrested for selling something so disgusting it sounds like it would be a challenge on Fear Factor. No, she actually went to prison for vandalizing someone's property. Belle Defean had a very serious disagreement with her friend. She accused her friend of stealing her hamster, which is a very strange thing to take from someone, but I would understand why you would want it back. Well, Belle Defean's friend said that she didn't steal it, and then there was a back and forth that eventually escalated to Belle Defean vandalizing her friend's car with spray paint. This got her locked up in the big house.
All for a gerbil.
All for a gerbil, baby. Alright guys, that has been the video. Now we're gonna do some comments. Piper Hildebrand said, a guy who survived on only Mountain Dew, that is literally how I am surviving college.
I survived on coffee.
Did you?
And energy drinks.
I didn't go to college.
Well, I went to university. You did it?
I know, I actually did. I did 2 semesters in university and took a scuba diving course.
Hey!
Didn't pass the course. Dude. But I got my scuba diving certificate.
Hey, that's what matters.
That's what matters, man.
You walked away in a lot less debt than I did, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm debt free.
Oh, I'm not. Brightheart says, fun fact, the most luckiest zodiac sign is Sagittarius.
Are you Sagittarius?
No, I'm a Libra.
You're a Libra? I'm a Taurus.
I don't know much about signs though.
No, I know nothing about it and I'm not invested. But good for Sagittarius.
Not good for us.
No. Anyways, guys, that has been our list. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I've been your host, Jay Durana.
I was Joss Bedard. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.